Throughout my years at Barville, I've been blessed with the best teachers in the world, making this decision a pretty tough one. There are a handful of teachers that have shaped me into who I am today. Starting with my preschool teacher, Amy Sprinkles, who was the front runner of my education. Jennifer Worley, who I had the pleasure of having not only in elementary, but also, again, my senior year. Ginger Hall, who has had my back since the moment I walked through her door in 6th grade. Hannah Valentine, the teacher who showed me how important learning in school really is. Debo, who was never afraid to tell me when I was being a bit overdramatic. Simpson, who never failed to make us laugh this past year. And my cheer coach, JoBeth Taylor, who has pushed me and become one of the closest people in my life. All of these people have made this decision a very hard one, and have impacted my life more than they could ever know. With all that being said, when I found out I had a class at trades my sophomore year, I wasn't very excited. I was actually dreading it. I didn't want to have to disrupt my everyday schedule by getting on the bus. That was before I met my teacher, though. Miss Brock has been in my corner from the start. For the past 3 years, she's listened to me complain, and if you know me, you know that's something I tend to do. Miss Brock never failed to be my voice of reason, never being afraid to tell me when I was blowing something out of proportion. She could tell from the moment I walked in the door if I was having a bad day. On days like that, she would make sure I left in a better mood and with a smile on my face. Miss Brock is the strongest person I know. She lets her faith shine through and encourages all of her students to do their best. Let's not forget that she put up with me and the whole FBLA crew in downtown Louisville, even when we were being a handful. From teacher to FBLA advisor to friend, I couldn't thank Miss Brock enough for all she's done for me.
I am truly honored to be chosen by Allie to receive her Navigation Award. Allie is so smart and a beautiful young lady with a beautiful heart. I loved having her in class. Her contagious smile and her witty personality made class time and FBLA competitions a blast. Allie is very driven and competitive and always gives her best, which is 110%. I cannot wait to watch her succeed in all her future endeavors. I will be cheering her on each step of the way and always wish God's best for her as one of my own.
The Navigator Award is given to a person who has impacted a student's life. To me, this person has impacted both my school and personal life. He showed me a new outlook on the future, and I never saw this man without a smile on his face. From that, I bet you can guess who it is. There is no greater honor than to be given this award to a man who truly deserves it, and that is Mr. Stephen Hibbert. I'm so lucky to have had him as a teacher for so many years. I would change my classes around just so I could have him as many times as possible. He always made his classes fun and positive, and every day I came into class, he would always have a different joke to tell. Mr. Hibbert would listen to me talk about my future dreams and aspirations, and through that, some advice Mr. Hibbert has given me will stick with me forever. He would tell me to follow my dreams no matter what, and to chase after them and never give up if it was something that I truly wanted. He also would tell me to travel the world and see amazing things before I settled with my life, because there is so much more out there. He would give the shirt off his back to any person that needed it, and treats us students like we were his own. Mr. Hibbert is Captain America because of his strength and positive mindset. I know Mr. Hibbert has not only inspired me, but everyone around him. I will forever carry the sweet memories and wise words along the years coming. I am forever thankful to have him as a mentor in my life.
Taylor Hampton is such a wonderful and talented student. She always has a smile on her face. She is an outgoing, smart, hard-working, and has a great desire to pursue a career in performance. Taylor is a joy to be around and will be a great success in whatever she chooses.
First off, I would like to thank my family and teachers for always supporting me, no matter what. I can never thank you enough for all the support you have shown me throughout the years. Being in the top 10 of my class, I get the honor to give a teacher my Navigator Award. The teacher you select is supposed to have made a great impact on your life. You are the first person to come to mind when thinking of who I would give this award to. I've had so many amazing teachers in my life, but you stood out greatly. I know you don't remember this, but one day in 2nd grade at Dewitt Elementary, we were doing our daily 4-question flashbacks. I missed 2 and got 2 right. I said, "What does that mean?" You said, "That's not bad and that's not good, but I know you can do better." That's something that has stuck with me for over the past 10 years, because you told me if I tried my best, I would never fail at anything in life. In 2nd grade, I had emergency surgery. You came to the hospital and brought me toys and letters from the class. You made one little sick girl feel special. These are just a few great memories I have of you. You weren't just my second grade teacher. You stuck with me through all these years, attending my senior night and encouraged me throughout all the years since then. So it is with great pleasure to present my Navigator Award to the most influential person I've ever had the honor to be taught by, Miss Beth Mills.
It was an absolute honor to be Alexis's teacher and now her friend. She is an exceptional young woman with a heart of gold. Her compassion and intelligence in the classroom caused others to pause and take notice. She is always quick to befriend others and always treats everyone kindly. I cannot wait to see how her kind spirit will change the world. I am so proud of the young woman she has become. I have no doubts that she will do anything she sets her mind to, and I'll be right there to cheer her on.
Over my last 6 years I've been at Barberville, I have had many teachers who have made a huge impact in my life. However, there is one that has stood out to me more than others. I have decided to give my award to Miss Jennifer Worley. Although my senior year was the first time I had her as a teacher, it didn't take me long to realize she was definitely one of my favorites. Not only did I have her in back-to-back classes, she always seemed to make learning very interesting, more so in our business math class. To be honest, I truly don't know how we got any work done in this class. It seemed like every day someone had a new story to tell or some kind of problem that they needed to vent about. She was always there and so supportive of everyone, and at times seemed to be more of a therapist than a teacher. I'm definitely going to miss some of her crazy stories she would tell us. She always kept us entertained. In short, what I would like to say is thank you for always being the kind, loving, caring, and supportive person you are.
I am so honored to receive this award from Michaela. Having her in class this year has been nothing short of a pleasure. She is a sweet, intelligent, and hardworking young lady. Michaela has great potential to succeed in whatever she sets her mind to. Her work ethic is exceptional, and she always strives to be the best she can be. I am so proud of her. Knowing that I made an impact on her life is the silver lining of this unusual school year. But the truth is, she made a bigger impact on mine. I'm excited to see what her future holds.
This award was hard to give, being as so many teachers, coaches, and principals have touched my life and impacted my education. I finally decided to give this award to Mr. Brian Carey. If you don't know Mr. Carey, then you probably think he's just a principal who just wants to do his job and not talk to anyone, which is mostly true. But if you talk to him, he'll talk for hours about anything. Mr. Carey is one of the funniest guys I know, whether he's cracking jokes or just doing something random. He's always willing to help anyone, including our basketball team. He drove our bus to away games whenever he could. I think we can all agree that he's a better driver than Mr. Middleton, who got us lost in Harlan, but that's another story. I've been a student at Barberville since 7th grade, but I just started aggravating Mr. Carey the past 2 years. I'm going to miss seeing him in the hallways and waving my arm off smiling, mainly to annoy him, then watching him smile, shake his head, and completely turn around. I know he'll miss me even if he does say differently because obviously I'm his favorite. All in all, Mr. Carey brightened my time at Barberville and I'm glad I got the chance to know him.
Wow, what an honor to be chosen by Grace Jones for the Navigator Award. Grace has always been so proud to be a Barberville Tiger. She doesn't have to say it, you can tell it by her actions. One of my favorite things to do for the last few years was to watch Grace play basketball. Her dedication and passion to represent our school is something that I, as a BHS graduate and administrator, will always appreciate. It was always a pleasure to watch Grace play with such heart and with so much emotion, facial and body expressions. After 25 years in education, there is no higher compliment than to be chosen for this award. Thank you, Grace. I hope nothing but the best for you in the future.
I've been blessed to have more than a few amazing teachers over the years at BHS. But when I figured out I was getting this award, I knew immediately who it was going to. Miss Smith knows that I wouldn't have survived high school with my sanity intact without her. Y'all, she's had to put up with me a lot. Not only has she been an incredible science teacher, but also an amazing OM coach, academic team coach, Science Olympiad coach, and youth leader. She never gets frustrated when I ask 20 questions about one PowerPoint slide, and she's never gotten mad at me that I forget who wrote The Theory of the Leisure class during pretty much every academic team match for the past 4 years. She never says no to submitting a recommendation letter for me, and as a result, she's had to do it at least 40 times. She puts up with all of mine and my friends' stressed out rants. Anyways, I think y'all get it. From the little things like making me laugh at the plethora of nerdy memes on her camera roll, to bigger things like helping my family with a ton of different things when my mama got sick. She's always been there, and for that I will forever be grateful. Thank you for everything you do, Miss Smith.
Kayla McDonald is one of the hardest working, most inquisitive, and intelligent students I have ever had the privilege of knowing. She never fails to give 100% in everything she does. She tries her best to be kind and to always include others. She is comfortable with who she is and not afraid to do what is needed in any given situation. We have had many adventures together, either with the academic team, OM team, or our youth group at church. Kaylin is someone I consider a friend, and I'm definitely going to miss her. But I know that whatever she decides to do in life, she will give her all and cannot help but succeed. I am so proud to be the recipient of her Navigator Award, and it means the world to me that my very first one comes from her.
Barberville High School has routinely given me the opportunity to learn beside a number of truly inspirational and incredible teachers and people. I have no idea who everyone else is giving their awards to, but I can guarantee they are all deserving of them. For me, though, I've chosen someone who has guided my life in a greater way than she knows, Mrs. Provost. From a young age, I was enamored with words. I devoured any book I could get my hands on, and eventually I wanted to try my own hand at creating worlds with just my fingertips and my imagination. My mom's laptop grew filled with my stories, none of them particularly good, and still I kept writing, jotting ideas down somewhere whenever they hit me. I was continuing this song and dance by the time I came into 7th grade in Miss Provost's classroom. English had always been a subject I enjoyed, and I was rather excited this time too. Miss Provost had a way of teaching that immediately drew me in, whether I knew it consciously then or not, but the truth of the matter remains. As much as I loved words, I never took them seriously. Writing was just something I liked to do in the privacy of our sunroom once the sun went down. It was a hidden hobby, which I was not confident in and which I had no desire to bring out of the shadows. And then one day we were doing short stories in Miss Provost's class. That night I went home, jotted down a story, turned it in, and didn't think anything else of it. That is, until she came to me shortly after and told me I should enter the story in a contest through Union College. I was flabbergasted, and being an awkward middle school kid, I agreed because I didn't know what else to say. And I won. I think a lot of the time it takes a great English teacher to show writers that there is something special about their words, to show them that someone other than themselves will read their work and like it. It's not an absence of love for their craft, it's a fear. Writing is a private thing. It's personal. You close the doors to the outside world, sit down, and create. It's fiction, yes, but your own wounds and prejudices and sadness drench your characters. In a very real way, all of them are a part of you. And who wants to let everyone into the most secretive parts of their mind? It takes a great English teacher to show writers that this is okay, it's natural, part of the job description. I've had only a few great English teachers, and when you're a writer, you never forget those first. Miss Provost was the first, and if it were not for her kindness and her understanding, I wouldn't be where I am today. My words would have stagnated. And for showing me that elusive path, I cannot thank her enough.
Peyton Mills is without a doubt a skilled writer. He can use words to create images that linger long after you stop reading, poetry that can be unlayered each time you read it, and short stories that make you silently laugh and also pause in reflection. Every student in the grades behind him has read his writings. I would place his 7th and 8th grade work under my ladybug, with his permission of course, as exemplar on-demand writings. However, for all his talent, what really stands out for me about Peyton is not his writing. When I think about him, I remember his sincerity, his thoughtfulness, and his kindness. I am blessed to have taught a student like him, for he has taught me much also.
Sotomayor once said, "A role model provides more than inspiration. His or her very existence is a confirmation of possibilities one may have every reason to say, yes, someone like me can do this." When I was told I was receiving a Navigator Award, it was a very tough decision on who to give mine to. I've had so many teachers who have inspired me throughout the years and have shaped me into the person that I am today. From elementary teachers like Miss Ludington and Miss Bingham, to middle school teachers such as Miss Payne, to even high school teachers like Simpson, but I'm not going to ramble on about that nutcase for too long. If you know me, you would know that math is my hardest subject. I can't understand anything in it, but this teacher truly made me feel like I knew how to do it. The person I would like to award my navigator to is Miss Mills. Miss Mills was my junior year Algebra 2 teacher and one of my favorite teachers that I've ever had. Even though I only had her for a year, she has made such a huge impact on my life. Thank you for always helping me in tutoring and to always being there when I needed to talk when I had a bad day. Thank you for even giving my class pieces of your wedding cake. You truly are a 1 in a million teacher, and I am so thankful to have had you.
Taryn Mills is one of those students who every teacher dreams of having in class. She lights up a room with her smile and positive attitude. I was lucky to have her in a small class where everyone felt comfortable to talk and be ourselves. She was so accepting and supportive to her fellow classmates. She always had kind and encouraging words for everyone. She has a heart of gold and a great sense of humor. I know Taryn has big dreams and goals. I am 100% confident that she has what it takes to reach them. I am honored to have been a part of Taryn's life and to receive her Navigator Award. I will always be here for you, Taryn. Best wishes in all your future plans.
Mr. Simpson, I am presenting you with my Navigator Award. Ever since I moved to Barbeville in the 6th grade, you have been a very important part of my life. I first got to know you as my coach and then as my English teacher. Whether I was on the court or in the classroom, you always believed in me and pushed me to be my best. You played one of the most significant roles in shaping me into the student and basketball player I am today. You have truly had a positive impact on my life. Thank you for everything you have done for me, from spending countless hours in the gym to helping me excel as a student.
To come in and not only earn a starting job, but also to be a team leader as a 7th grader on a varsity basketball team with virtually no game experience is nothing short of phenomenal. That's just who Abigail Smith is, and she approaches her academics with the same determination and work ethic. In fact, she is a navigator herself because she is a leader in everything she does. I am so proud of her accomplishments, both on the court and in the classroom, and I cannot wait to see what success await her as she continues her education and playing career at Union College. Thank you so much, Abba. It is a tremendous honor to receive your Navigator Award.
My name is Joseph Smith, and I'm very honored to have been chosen to give this award out to someone I believe that has impacted me as a student and as a person. I would like to give my Navigator Award to Miss Brittany Smith. I have chosen Brittany because of the impact she has had on my life as well as countless other students. She is known around the community as the BHS Ball Mom, and she never fails to show off her Tiger pride. She pushes me, she yells at me, and most importantly, she believes in me. Even on my worst days, she refuses to let me stay down. She always brightens my mood with her positive energy and her unmatched school spirit. I'll always remember our little talks in the hallways in between classes and how you always made everyone feel like they were your best friend. Not only are you a great teacher, advisor, and role model, you are also a great friend. I can never thank you enough for all that you have done for me and our little school. I love you so much, and I am incredibly grateful for you and all the time and effort you put in to make my time at BHS memorable. Thank you.
Joseph, or JoJo as I call him, is truly one of a kind. My first year at BHS was Joe's freshman year. He met me with open arms and made sure I felt at home from day one. So many times since then, he has been the first to carry heavy boxes for me, decorate at one of my crazy events, or just do any little thing I ask. He does exactly what is asked of him in the classroom, on the ball court, and in any other avenue in his life. Many days, as I would leave school late in the evenings, I'd walk through the gym to head to my car, and across the gym would be Joe with his teammates. Joe would let out a big, "I love you, Miss Brittany," every single day. I'd often walk over to the bench and sit with him and my daddy and listen to them pick on one another and talk basketball. Those are truly some of my most cherished memories with Joseph. I've always said Joe is a teammate's teammate. He is the very first to stand up and cheer for his fellow brother. He is the first to defend one of them, and he always has their backs. If you come at one of his brothers or his coaches, you're coming at him too. Loyalty like that is hard to find this day and time, but Joseph poses that exact type of loyalty. I know that God has wonderful plans for Joseph, and that he will continue to make us all proud at BHS as he furthers his education at the University of the Cumberlands. He will change the world through his kindness, work ethic, and leadership. My JoJo, it has been such an honor to be your ball mama and to watch you grow into such a wonderful young man. I am truly thankful that God allowed me to be such a small part of your journey. I am certain that I am undeserving of such an award, but I assure you that it is an honor I will forever cherish, just as I will cherish my time here with you.